Hey everyone, my name is Summer Fiut, and we're going to be doing an activity focusing on prime factorization using a factor tree. In the Alabama State course of study, it'll show us that in 4th grade, we'll be teaching factors, multiples, and prime and composite numbers. Under number 4, it talks about how we will teach that. Also, in Alta, we have learned how to do prime factorization, and we also use number trees. So I found and printed this activity out online. I got it from teacherspayteachers.com, and it was made by Mrs. Trophy. And it was actually free, so it was easy to download and print out. When you write a number using prime factorization, you'll be rewriting the number as the product of the primes, which will be down here, and they'll be circled at the end. So the prime factorization is the product of the circled primes. I'm going to show an example real fast on the side. So if we're doing a number tree for the number 36, right here I use the number 3 and I circled it because this number's prime. We can't break it down evenly any further. Right here, number 12 is still composite. We can still break that number down. So 3 times 4 is 12. So 3 right here can't be broken down anymore, just like up here. So we're going to circle it because it is prime now. 4 can be broken down by 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. So 2's cannot be broken down any further, so we will circle those because now they are prime. So now our factor tree is complete, and the product of this factorization tree will be 2, 2, 3, 3. And we write these in order from least to greatest. So this activity is more of an individual activity. Each student would get their own sheet and they would work on it themselves. So we're going to make a factor tree for this number 40. So 5 can go into 40, and 5 is a prime number. So we're going to bring 5 down because we're done with it. We're done. So we're going to bring 5 down and write it in this circle. So a number, we can use our knowledge to figure out these numbers that are going to go into this base number 40. We're going to figure that out using our previous knowledge of multiplication, and also we can use calculators if we want to, whatever makes it a little bit easier, depending on where we are in math at the time. So I know that 8 will go into 45 times, so I'm going to write 8 right here. Now, is 8 composite or prime? Well, 8 can be broken down more. There's numbers that number times another number that equals 8. So 8 is still composite, so we need to break that down more. We're going to break it down using the numbers 2 and 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Now 2 is done. We can't break 2 down anymore. So 2 is a prime number, and we're going to bring it down right here. Now 4, can we break it down again? Yes. 4 can be broken down. 2 times 2 is 4. So now we are done. We can't break 5 down anymore, 2, 2, or 2 anymore. So our answer, so before I go to this next one, I'm going to break this down a little bit more right here. So with the number 40, we know that 5 times 8 is 40. So that's kind of where we get these numbers too. 5 prime, 8 is composite. So we can break it down to 2 is prime, 2 times 4 is 8, 4 broken down, 2 times 2 is 4, and those two numbers are prime. So over here, on to our next number, 54. So 54, they already gave us the number 9. 9 is a composite number, so we can do 3 times 3 to equal 9. 3's are prime numbers. They can't be broken down anymore. So we leave those circled for our answer. And then we know that 9 times 6 is 54, so we're going to use that 6 right there. And there are numbers that can go into that can be multiplied together. There are multiple factors of 6, and those would be 3 times 2. So 3 and 2 are both prime numbers, as we know now, and I believe the kids will start realizing there's kind of, or realizing those prime numbers the more they do these, so it'll be easier for them to know when to stop. And also the fact that they can't go down any further. So our answer for this one would be 2, 3, 3, 3. Okay, so let's do number 25. We know that 5 times 5 is equal to 25. So we're going to put these 5s in here. And 5s are prime numbers. So we're actually done. Easy peasy. So our answer would be 5 and 5. We can leave them circled or we could rewrite them down to here. All right, on to the number 21. The number 21, we know that 3 times 7 is 21. So we have those numbers right there. 3 is a prime number and 7 is a prime number. So we leave those be and the answer is 3 and 7. For the number 13, its factors, we can do 1 and 13. And for these, you can sometimes use different numbers. Like I might use some numbers that another student would use differently. They would do it in a different order or start with a different number for me. But we're ultimately going to get the same answer in the end when we break it all down using our number tree. So I'm using 1 and 13. 1 times 13 is 13. And 1 and 13 are both prime numbers. So we leave those be. For the number 30, so you can also see that they're no longer giving me my help. It's getting a little harder for me as I go along. So for number 6, with the number 30 right here, we know that 5, it's a factor of 30. I'll rewrite it again right here, and we're done with the number 5. Another factor of 30 is 6. We also know that 5 times 6 is 30. So the factor 6 can be broken down as 3 times 2. 3 and 2 are both prime numbers, so we leave those at the end, and our answer would be 2, 3, and 5. Okay, let's move on to the number 42. The number 42, we can use the factor 7. 7 is a factor of 42, and 7 is also a prime number, so we leave it there for our answer later on. And then another factor for 42 could be 6. 7 times 6 is also 42. 6, is it composite or prime? It is composite. We can still find factors for that number 6. 3 and 2 are factors of 6. 3 times, and also they are now prime. These are prime numbers, so we leave them be. 2, 3, and 7 are our answers to this prime factorization tree. Okay, now on our last one, number 18, we have 3 already here for us, and 3 is a prime number. This repetition, we're remembering that 3 is prime. 18 is, so we're going to use 6 here. 6 is a factor of 18. 3 times 6 is 18. And we can find more factors of 6, 3, and 2. And from repetition here, we know 3 and 2 are prime factors. So our answer is 2, 3, and 3. So I would give the students about 20 minutes, give or take, to do the activity on their own. And thank you guys for watching. Bye.